on the night.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Bolfina1 bringing you guys in another YouTube video, and today we are doing the Q&A, me actually answering you guys questions. Thank you guys so much for actually posting down below on my videos, on my video, asking me questions. I was actually kind of surprised. We got quite a few questions, especially comparing from last year and or like a couple months ago when I did a Q&A compared to now. And so let's try to get this video up to 20 likes, since I know most of you guys, or quite a few of you guys, had requested this. So let's get this video to 20 likes. So let's jump right into it. So first set of questions comes from Levy 30. The first one is, do you like pizza? I like pizza. You should like it too. I do like pizza. My favorite kind of pizza is cheese pizza. Who is your favorite? The next one is, who is your favorite YouTuber right now? I really don't have like a favorite YouTuber right now. I mean, I have quite a few people that I watch, but I guess someone who I've probably been watching a lot recently is probably Pontiac May DDG. I watch a lot of his vlogs, and Travi Williams. I watch a lot of their vlogs. I love like vlogging channels. That's like something I like outside of just like gaming. So yeah. The next one is, what is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show as of right now is Empire. Show that comes on Fox TV, so I really like that. I've been watching it since season 1, and it's a really good show. A lot of drama filled, but I mean it's really good. So our next set of questions comes from Moonlight Lotus, and he says, your favorite thing about gaming? My favorite thing I would say probably that I like about gaming is the community. Although some people are like just butt wipes, they're super annoying. I like the community and how I feel like, with playing online, you can always find somebody online to play with. You can always find someone online to talk with. And that's how I found out about a lot of different games, and like have branched out to different kinds of games from the gaming community. And it's a supportive community. I mean, sometimes, any community, you're always going to have people that are just kind of, annoying or mean, but for the most part, it's a pretty good community. So that's probably the biggest thing I like, is just the community. The next question is, what are your other hobbies you want to try? Other hobbies I think that I probably would want to get into is probably doing more of like game development. So like how you play video games, but I actually want to know more about how to develop video games, how to actually like make them from scratch, which is hopefully something I'll be able to start trying to do over the summer. So yeah. The next one is, what new skills are you trying to grow? I guess that's probably just in general, but new skills that I probably want to grow is growing like my editing skills. I want to grow better with editing. In terms of outside of YouTube, I want to get better with like working in SolidWorks. That's like my emphasis, CAD, computer aided design, so a lot of 3D modeling. So getting better, with just like that type of stuff, and getting certifications and, learning different skills in that aspect, since that is my emphasis for school. So the next person to ask a question is the Dinky Gamer. Thanks for asking. What was the first game that got you hooked? The first game that I probably played that really got me like hooked was probably The Warriors. That was a really good game on the PlayStation 2. I can't remember how old I was, but I was, like, I'm not old now, but I was like really young, and just the whole like gang thing, and like it wasn't how like I guess like gangs are now. I don't know. It was just, I really enjoyed that game. I used to play that game so much over and over and over. I used to play the stories, things just over and over and over, crazy. So that was one of the first games that probably really got me like hooked, and I just kept playing it over and over and over. So next question you ask is, what other hobbies do you have? So other hobbies that I do have, I guess, I don't know if people consider going to the gym a hobby, I guess, because it's something that you don't necessarily have to do, but you like enjoy, I guess, doing. So I guess you could say going to the gym, doing a lot of engineering stuff on my downtime. I don't really talk about school. I don't talk about a lot of stuff that I do in terms of engineering, but that's what I do a lot of time on my downtime, making parts, just doing stuff like that, like within my major. So those are kind of like my hobbies, I would say, So the next person asking me a question is 1FG. He says, what is your favorite game of all time and now? So my favorite game probably of all time, it's kind of a hard one, but I probably would have to say is Bully. I think Bully was probably my favorite game, probably of just all time, that I just really, really enjoyed. And my favorite game probably that I really like right now, I think probably my favorite game that I probably really enjoy overall, that like a game that you can keep playing over and over and over, is probably DC Universe Online. That's just me. Like, it was just, I don't know. I just really enjoyed that game. I'm gonna get back into it, but I kind of stopped for a little while. But it was, you know, I really enjoyed the game. So the next set of questions comes from, I might butcher your name, but Zenerith. Hopefully I said that right. Your first question is, aside from YouTube, what is your biggest dream in life? So aside from YouTube, my biggest dream in life is to own my own company, whether it's gaming, whether it's like engineering, like just anything. I want to have my own company. I want to, in a sense, like be my own boss, you know, brand myself, you know, just whether I make robotic stuff, whether I make gaming stuff, whether, you know what I mean, like whether I come up with some awesome program or some awesome video game. Like, I want to be able to build my own company so I can be my own boss, if that makes sense. The next question you ask is, what is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? So my favorite part of being a YouTuber probably is just the interaction between other people, like the self-gratification in a sense. You know, like people coming to watch your videos and the stuff that you spend, you know, your time doing, and, you know, your passion, that you, something that you enjoy doing, this is your passion that you like doing for fun, whether it's a hobby or whatever, and, you know, people come to your video and they genuinely love it, they genuinely like your videos. I mean, and like people message you saying, oh, hey, how did you do this edit, how did you do that edit, that was really cool, you know. I mean, just like, I think for me it's probably like the self-gratification of knowing that, hey, what I spent hours working on, you enjoyed, you know. So the next question you ask is, do you follow any sports? If so, what's your favorite team? I don't really follow any sports. I haven't really been watching sports. I used to be really big on sports when I was probably like in high school, but once I got to college, I kind of fizzed out. But my favorite sport that I like to watch a lot is basketball, since I used to play that a lot from like 3rd grade up to the end of my freshman year of high school. So next person to ask a question is Arian Rock Lee. The first question you ask is, what state were you born and raised in? So the state that I was born and raised in is Illinois. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one older brother, and he's 27. The last question you asked, if you could visit any place in the world, where would you go and why? I think if I could visit any place in the world, maybe like California, I think. I don't know, just to kind of see how it is. I was gonna say New York, but I've been to New York before. So probably like California, you know, and just, I don't know, see what the buzz is about, see what the hype is about. So I think that's probably where I would go. So the next person to ask a question is Strike Force Gaming. You ask, what are you going to college for and what made you start doing YouTube? So first, what are you going to college for? So my major is Industrial Management Engineering Technology with the emphasis in CAD, so computer-aided design. And what made me start doing YouTube? What made me start doing YouTube was like, I guess in a sense this is probably somewhat kind of personal, but like sophomore year, I was kind of going through somewhat like a depression in a sense, and I kind of wanted the outlet, you know, to express myself, and at the same time, I, in a sense, been like yearning in a sense to do YouTube because I wanted to make a platform to show people that like females can do what males can do, because I feel like there's not that many girls in gaming, there's not that many girls in like, you know, engineering, a lot of these, you know, male dominant, you know, areas or field. So I wanted to show people that like, yes, a female can do the same thing a guy can do, if not better. And yeah, so, you know, it was like a mixture of that and just like being like depressed and whatnot, and, you know, I wanted in a sense, in a way, to let myself be free, you know, and express myself and have this audience of people that I can talk to that understand me. Or, you know, like, it's like, for instance, let's say someone that like goes to your school or in your classes, they may not care about what you have to talk about, but someone else on the other side of the world may care about what you talk about, you know. And the last question you ask is, what are some of your favorite YouTubers you like to watch on your spare time? Favorite YouTubers I like to watch in my spare time, I have quite a few. Like I said before, Pontiac May DDG, Travis Williams, Essence Nicole, Pretty Boy Fredo, Boogie2988, the Black Okage. I mean, the list can go on. So those are probably some of the few people that I watch the most. But question comes from AK0Fox. You ask, what do you like to do outside of YouTube? So what I like to do for the most part outside of YouTube is I like to go out, like just go out and explore stuff. And especially now with me being 21, you know, there's like, it's almost like in a sense the whole world opens up for you. So I like to be able to go out and just kind of, you know, experience different things, whether it's a festival, whether it's, you know, a club, whether, I mean, you know, just whatever. I like to be able to go out and experience different types of events, to get different like experiences, you know, just try different stuff. So that's probably what I like to do. I like to just be out and about. As much as I do stay home or stay, you know, put, because I have homework and, you know, I have a lot of, you know, like just, you know, stuff with, you know, like classes and, you know, stuff with, you know, YouTube and editing. When I do have free time, I like to get out and I like to just enjoy myself. So the next questions, it's kind of a long video, didn't think it was gonna be so many questions, guys, comes from Random Gaming Plus. The first one you said, besides gaming, what do you do on your downtime? I've answered that. Second one, if there is anything that you want to do differently for your channel, what would it be? If there's anything differently that I probably want to do on my channel, I probably would want to do more skits. That's something that I really want to get into, which is something I think I'll probably try to really do. I know I've said this a lot, but I just haven't really had the time, which I hope to have the time over the summer, is doing different types of skits related to gaming. That's something that you don't see that much on YouTube, is like skits related to gaming. So yeah. Your last question is, what advice would you give to up-and-coming YouTubers who wants to get a gaming channel? The advice that I would probably give to like up-and-coming YouTubers, you know, especially for gaming, is first figure out what type of game you want mainly on your channel, and like what is your core audience? What audience are you really trying to go for? Because me personally, I feel like a lot of people kind of get on and they really don't know what they want to do with gaming, you know, and it's one of the most saturated genres on YouTube. So I feel like with gaming, you kind of have to know what, you know, audience you're going after. Don't try to be like everybody else. Do something that's different, and just have fun. Like, I think people get too obsessed with the numbers. They get too obsessed with, you know, this and that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do the same thing too, but I think too many people just get too obsessed with it. So, you know, just do it, have fun, and just take it day by day. Don't stress yourself out about it, because at the end of the day, YouTube should just be for fun. So yeah. Next set of questions comes from Hollywood. Favorite home cooked meal? Favorite home cooked meals, probably like mac and cheese, salmon, mixed vegetables. My mom, my dad make that. It's probably like one of my favorite home cooked meals. And what gaming world would you want to live in, and why? I think probably the gaming world that I probably want to live in is probably DC Universe Online, just because of the fact that you could either be a villain or a hero, and I play as a hero in that game. So, you know, you're saving lives, and it's like one of those games that never ends. So, you know, there's always someone doing something bad, so, you know, you can always find something to do. So I don't know, I think it'd just be cool. Next question comes from Rob_TY. What was your all-time favorite game growing up? I think I answered that, but the all-time favorite game growing up was probably Bully. Next question comes from Nero X. He says, how did you make your intro? So how I made my intro, I went to this website, I think it was something like Gizio or something, and basically it was a website that had intros already pre-made, and so all you had to do was just type in, like your name, and then that was basically it. So it was like a pre-made intro website. And yeah, so the last but not least, the last question comes from Taryn the Happy Guy, and he asked, who was your inspiration to be a YouTuber and why? I think my inspiration to be a YouTuber was probably like my fans, because originally I started out on Twitch, and my inspiration on Twitch was Tim the Tapman. I was like watching his videos a lot my freshman year, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start streaming. So I started streaming, and then some people, when I used to stream a lot, people in my chat, they were like, yo, you probably should try doing YouTube, because most people that have a Twitch, they have YouTube. So they were like, you should do both. And I was like, cool. So I made a YouTube channel. So I was trying, in a sense, to do both. So that's probably who inspired me to really, like in terms of a person, to start doing like YouTube and whatnot. And then after that, I kind of, formed why, like in terms of what I wanted to put on my content and, just stuff like that. So yeah, guys, those are all the questions that you guys asked, which were actually quite a few. Thank you guys so much for participating in this Q&A. Really means the world. We got a lot of questions, so this video is actually pretty long. So like I said, if we can get this video up to 20 likes, that would be really, really, really good. So thank you all for participating. Don't forget to like the video, comment if you found out some cool stuff about me that you didn't know. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace, Fan Army.